The Jet Emperor summoned Ziyuan Zhengjun and the prince. The Jet Emperor told the prince, "You have finished your spiritual journey, and you have come to heaven. Don't forget your vow." The prince said, "I dare not forget it. I will kill all the demons and save all the people in the world." In celebration, music began to play and dragons began to dance. The Jet Emperor conferred the title of Northern Shantian Emperor upon the prince and let him guard the northern parts of the world. In the worlds of mortals, there was no distinguish between the gods, the demons, and the human beings. So the demons easily overran the world and made all the human beings feel pain. One day, the resentment from the people and the bad odors of demons became overwhelming and rushed toward heaven. The Jet Emperor and the other gods found out that the origin of the bad odors was from the people's resentment and abuse by the demons. The prince was derived from one of the Jet Emperor's spirits, so he was also a celestial being. The prince's intestine and stomach, which he threw into the valley while he was practicing, was turned into a snake monster and a turtle monster. These two monsters started to make trouble and hurt people along the banks of the Alma River. Knowing about the disaster, the Jet Emperor called on the Northern Shantian Emperor to come to the Gold Palace to get an edict. The Jet Emperor wanted the Northern Shantian Emperor to take 300,000 celestial beings to the worlds of the mortals to kill demons and calm the people down. After the Northern Shantian Emperor got the edict, he went to Ziyuan Zhengjun to ask for advice. Ziyuan Zhengjun said, "When you practiced in Taihe Mountain, you threw your intestine and stomach into the valley, and now they have become monsters. You need to go and take them back. Then you will have completed your body, and you will be able to control everything. This will be very helpful when you fight demons in the future." In order to test the Northern Shantian Emperor again, to see if he had really overcome all possible distractions, Ziyuan Zhengjun turned into a woman who had recently given birth. To test the Northern Shantian Emperor's mind and determination. On the way to Alma River, the Northern Shantian Emperor met this woman. She asked him to wash a piece of bloody clothes for her. The Northern Shantian Emperor knew that he was not allowed to touch any bloody things, but the woman was so poor and helpless that he could not dismiss her request. He used a stick to pick up the piece of bloody clothes and put it into a river to cleanse it. As the Northern Shantian Emperor was taking the piece of cloth from the river. It turned into a black flag. While the northern Shantian emperors was fighting with the snake and turtle monsters, Li Dongbin passed by and informed the northern Shantian emperors that there was a 9-star exercise wall on the Wanjian Peak in the Kunlun Mountains. He could take the northern Shantian emperors there to find the precious sword. The 9-star exercise wall was a little over 9 meters long. Due to the excessive strength used by the northern Shantian emperor, when he pulled off the sword, it cracked and became the 7-star sword. The northern Shantian emperors held a black flag in his left hand and the 7-star sword in his right hand. He turned to the Amur River to tame the turtle and the snake monsters. After a great fight, the northern Shantian emperor stepped on the turtle with his left foot. The snake was quelled by the 7-star sword. The emperor then stepped on it with his right foot. Both the turtle and the snake were tamed by the northern Shantian emperors, and the wailing followed the northern Shantian emperor. The northern Shantian emperors assigned them the roles of water and fire generals, and he made them guard the north with him. The northern Shantian emperor wore armor and carried the 7-star sword and black flag, his hair untied, and he walked around barefoot. He led the water and fire generals, as well as 300,000 celestial beings. Together, they tamed 6 devils, 36 evils, and 72 demons. They became part of the army under the emperor's command. After years of fighting, the northern Shantian emperor divided the world into 3 parts: an area for gods, an area for evil beings, and an area for humans. The people of the mortal world didn't hold any resentment anymore. He had finally completed his vow and the Jet Emperor's edict. The northern Shantian emperors led his troops back to heaven and reported to the Jet Emperor. The Jet Emperors assigned the titles of Zheng Wu Di Jun upon the northern Shantian emperor. During the Qing dynasty, the temple of the northern Shantian emperor, located at his birthplace, was destroyed by a flood. One of the debated spirits of the northern Shantian emperors attached to a piece of the temple's beam and floated into the Hanjiang River. The northern Shantian emperor floated across the sea and started another test. Floating on the sea for hundreds of years, the piece of the temple's beam floated to the west shores of Taiwan. It became stranded near the seashore of Wuqi and was netted by a fisherman. The fisherman thought it was a special piece of fragrant wood, so he took the wood and put it under the banyan tree. The wood emitted great beams of light for 3 nights. All of the villagers was amazed. One night, more than 10 of the villagers had the same dream. In the dream, a tall and elegant man with a handsome beardless face appeared. He wore golden armor and carried a 7-star sword and black flag. His hair was untied, and he walked around barefoot with the snake and turtle under his feet. When the villagers saw this amazing sight, they was impressed. Suddenly, they heard a loud voice saying, "I am the northern Shantian emperor from Wudang Mountain." The villagers decided to cut the wood. according to the image they saw in the dream. The first beardless northern Shantian emperor statue came to Anyang port under the villagers' pious expectation. When Taiwan was ruled by Japan, the Japanese government controlled the country's religious practice. The peoples of Taiwan could not worship any gods, and the Japanese government searched for and destroyed religious statues. The villagers of Anyang port held onto the statue and seized it while the Japanese troops searched. That is how the gold statue has been preserved. People in Taiwan could only build temples and worship gods after Taiwan was no longer under Japanese control. The Yongyuan Temple is a solemn and splendid temple. The Northern Shantian Emperor is a great divinity with a large number of religious followers.